Nigeria's largest telecoms company, MTN, and the Nigerian Football Federation have announced the signing of a partnership valued at 500 million naira. This was disclosed by the NFF president, Amaju Pinnick, during the signing ceremony at the Marriott Hotel in Ikeja, according to the news agency of Nigeria. He added that the partnership would enable the NFF achieve 100% self-sufficiency funding. Still talking partnerships, the Nigeria Football Federation also signed a 4-year partnership deal with the country's biggest airline, Air Peace, to become the exclusive airline sponsor of the country's national teams. The deal is worth 300 million naira annually and renewable every year for the next 4 years. Signing the agreement in Lagos was the chairman of Air Peace, Alan Oyema, who explained that the decision to sign the contract, despite the current economic crunch in the aviation sector, was hinged on the airline's desire to be part of the success stories of the Super Eagles. Joining us to discuss more, Aaron Akerojola, our eyes sports analyst. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us. You cover these events, right?
Yeah, I was there for both events.
Where do we start? We start with Air Peace?
Okay, let's start with Air Peace.
Okay.
That came first.
Yes.
And so, like you said, it's a 500 million naira package, 300 million upfront, then 200 million in cash and other value-added services as it actually goes on. So, this is huge. First of all, being that we know what COVID-19 has done to the aviation sector. Everyone is looking for a way to probably make more money this period and ensure that they try to make up for the lost times and the lost mileage that went up in smoke over this year. Over the last 12 months and over the last 15 months.
Yeah.
But Air Peace has decided to take a different route and said that because they believe, this is what Alan Oyema told me, that because he believes in Nigeria and he believes that football has always been a unifying factor and that people need to be inspirations to others.
Right.
He has decided that they will do this, put themselves out there and ensure that they'll do this. And also in the context is the fact that they've actually bought a brand new 2021 plane that they will be using to ferry the Super Eagles from Nigeria to Cape Verde come Monday. And the Super Eagles will be experiencing the brand new spiking plane for the very first time. So
they're launching the jets
with the Super Eagles in mind.
I think he said something about clubs as well. Did he not? Because in this conversation, this was Super Eagles at the national level. What are clubs? Can we see stuff like this, not just from Air Peace, but from other private sector players in Nigeria getting funding for the MPFL? And,
now, I actually asked that particular question.
Okay, all right, great.
I asked that question. What about the clubs? Because we've always spoken about the fact that what is happening in the Nigeria Professional Football League or in the Nigerian league space shouldn't be. If we have a company like Air Peace, remember they've always told the humanitarian line with what they did when they decided to fly to South Africa to bring Nigerians home.
During the whole xenophobia
attacks there. So you look at that, and he said that it's unfortunate that they've been trying to do that, but forces beyond their control has been scuttling that kind of deal. As a matter of fact, I think they had even gone to advanced stages where they were supposed to have one club carry their name on their jerseys, but that did not pull through. That fell by the wayside. It's unfortunate that is happening, but he says that is where they are trying to get into after doing this right now.
And you think, would it make sense to come? Because I think Kano Pillars is well funded. Yeah, I know there's 1 or 2 clubs in the league which has a decent sponsorship deal. Would it work collectively, or would it be like disaggregated, where it's each club does their own negotiations with whatever company to get funding? Or how do we actually look at it?
Now the point is at some point, Ibom Air decided that they were going to actually get into this particular space also.
Yeah.
And so Caterpillars themselves, although they are well funded, why is it well funded?
Well,
they are well
structured, right?
And being that the model, this is one of their coaches had a way with the governor in the sense that he was able to get through the governor, and the governor listened to him, and the governor decided to integrate the Caterpillar structure, their wage structure, into the government payroll. So as government workers are getting paid every month, Caterpillar players are getting paid. Unlike the other models that they would have to get subvention from the government to now pay players at the end of every budget cycle.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
that is why canopilas have been as stable as they were, because if the government workers in Kano State are not getting paid,
then they're not getting paid. You see,
So-
but that's government support, and we're talking private sector. Anyway, let's quickly get to MTN. I want to quickly get your thoughts.
Yes.
You were also at the MTN events, same 500 million deal with
but this time
NFF.
around 500 million a year.
A year, okay.
Yeah, so
wow.
that particular deal, we must put it into context. And the fact is this, it's been in the works for years.
Okay.
Since 2006, MTN has been trying to go to bed with the NFF in terms of partnership and sponsorship. MTN has been huge and immense when it comes to partnership and sponsorship over the years.
Yeah.
Across Africa.
Yeah.
It was almost insane and almost questionable.
That they were not involved in
They were not involved in sports here in Nigeria. But we are glad this has happened, and kudos to Amaju Melvin Penny, because we hear that there were major hurdles and there were major forces that are also trying to scuttle this behind the scenes.
It's interesting.
But he was dogged, he was persistent, and ultimately it has paid off. And right now, Carl Toriola talking about
MTN's Nigeria CEO.
Yeah, CEO was very excited about this deal, because he says that sports also is a unifying factor. And he knows that, and that is why he has decided to make this deal happen. Now, the interesting part of this is that it not just covers the Super Eagles alone. All the national teams will benefit from this particular deal. So the Super Falcons, the Golden Eaglets, the Falconets, then the under-20, the Dream Team, every Super Eagle, every Nigerian national team down to the under-13s will start to benefit from this huge 500 million a year deal.
Fantastic.
It is immense, and we even hear that there are other deals in the world. Phoenix said that by next week, he told me personally that by next week, they will be unveiling one more sponsor.
Okay.
And the week after that, they will also be unveiling another sponsor with the bid of hitting 100%. And if they can do that, trust me, he will go down in history as one of the most impactful presidents of the Nigeria Football Federation.
And hopefully we get to Qatar 2022 and we see the impact.
Now, the beauty about this is
we gotta go.
Talks about salaries will just evaporate like that.
No more of that.
We'll evaporate like that.
Great stuff. Aaron Akerejola, Rise Sports Correspondent, thank you so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure.